His wife, mortified, had no idea what to say. She tried turning it into a joke.
She can't be serious. Like, wife, be so effing for real. You were mortified. What were you expecting? No, don't worry. Oh, be around. Be around and be collecting good D, yeah? Because now D, now you can't collect for this life. Yes, you came to this life to collect D. Stay there and be collecting good D until one day he will decide to graduate from the animals and use you as a practice, just so he really have it in, just so he really knows that he can really do it. Yeah, stay around though. Stay around. Were mumu.
Oye, mira, race doesn't have to be someone calling you a slur or it being violent. One of the most insidious that I had ever met was my very first client when I started my business, who came in the form of smiles, laughter, and jokes. When I started my business in 2019, I took my ass to the streets and I had to get as many clients as I possibly could because I had just left a very secure job after 5 years. This white couple who owned a shop on the surface was extremely sweet. The husband was extremely southern. The wife, not so much. She had 5 kids, super progressive, most of them were queer. And the kicker was that they hated her husband, their stepdad. And when weeks progressed, I would have conversations with her and she'd keep bringing up the fact that their kids had such a hard time with her husband. And I would ask her, well, why is that? Why do they have such an issue with him? And she eventually told me, well, he's just openly racist and bigoted and ignorant as fuck.
Being married to someone who is racist, you know this person is a racist, and you are still married to them. That tells us all we need to know about you. Right now, I'm curious, do the kids have an issue with their mom as well? Or they just have an issue with the dad? Because I think some accountability should be put on her as well.
And of course, my natural questioning was, well, why do you choose to be with him then? And without skipping a beat, she looked me dead in the eye and she said, Christian, the dick is good. And the opinions of my kids really don't matter because I'm living my life and I'm happy.
Isn't it ironic how she thinks her husband is ignorant but doesn't even realize how ignorant she is? I don't know what I was expecting her reason would be for staying with him, and I know that there's never going to be a valid reason for one to be one, a rate to desist, or two, be married to someone who is a rate to desist, but I had imagined that if one were to do this, their reason would not be good D. You are saying that the rest of the world, all non-white people can literally go to hell as long as you are getting the good deal. You don't care. Like, that's so insane. I cannot even begin to think of the words to describe just how insane that is. Maybe she has said something like, oh, he's the breadwinner and she depends on him financially or whatever. Like, not that that's going to be a valid reason still, because there could never be a valid reason for this nonsensity. But that would make more sense than you saying that you are staying for D. Like, and if we were to narrow this more to her relationship with her kids, it gets even more insane because, okay, fine, we get it. You don't give a damn about the rest of the non-white population, but what about your kids and how they feel? She picked D over her kids as well. Mother of the century, everyone. The award goes to her.
And forgive the inappropriateness coming from the story, but this is just the way it was. As a couple of weeks passed by, I was working on their couch in their shop, creating content for their business. And somewhere along the way, the issues or the conversations about guns came about. And her husband was behind the counter working there on his computer, and he said, do you know why white people love to hunt so much and skin animals?
Because now they can't kill people anymore, so they take it out on the animals. I don't know. Hunting culture would never make sense to me. And then to say it as gorilla, as he said, it's gorilla is a word, right? To say it the way they just raw like that way. The worst is a group of people who kill the animals and then they is it Dami Dobby? What's that word that describes how they preserve the animal to look like it's still alive but it's dead and somehow mummied? I don't know how to describe it. That thing they do with the animals and they hang them on walls, those are the worst to me, because why is that even a thing? That is insane. That's not why animals exist. Nature did not put these animals here so we can be hunting them down and doing that work to them and then hanging them on walls for interior decors.
Like, I can understand if you are hunting for food, but when you are hunting for sport, you're just hunting for the fun of it, quote unquote fun of it, and you are hunting down these animals so you can go put them on walls, that would never sit right with my spirit.
Now, mind you, before I finish the story, I need you to know that this isn't the first time I've heard what he was about to tell me. Actually, somebody told me the same thing 20 years earlier, which was an ex's dad. But I was curious, and I said, there's no fucking way that this guy's going to tell me something that I've never heard before. Maybe he is. I don't know. So I asked him, I said, what's that? Why is it that white people like hunting and skinning animals so much? The man literally got out from behind the counter, away from his wife, walked up to me, perched his chest, and walked very slow, almost like a fucking John Wayne movie, and didn't skip a beat. He walks up right next to me and he looks down on me as I'm on my computer and he says, when it's time for white people to reclaim their land, when the South rises again, we will be so used to shooting and killing and skinning our enemies because we've spent our entire lives doing so. And then he chuckled, this laugh that I had never heard before. And he said, I'm just fucking with you. Walks away and laughs.
No, he's not. Who fucks with someone like that? Who does that? I think what happened in that moment is that he slipped. He slipped and he said it. And now that's when he's thinking, oh, I probably should not have said it. So he decided to backtrack. But it's too late. It's out, is out. First of all, your land is in Europe. Like, let's start from there. The South or the US of A is not your land to reclaim. And when he even says reclaim, like, they are not the majority in power right now. So what does he mean reclaim their land? They are the ones that are in majority in power at the moment. So reclaim the land from who exactly? What does that even mean? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, is there something I'm missing? Is there something I don't know? I am open to getting educated. So you guys let me know down below in the comment section. Fucking go to Europe. If you want to be with white people only, go to Europe. You have an entire continent, my guy. No, you're not my guy. Oh, if you're ah, you can't be my guy. I need to bloody hell, I had to rinse that out with the quickness. My goodness. Can't be my guy. And then secondly, this is the kind of person that woman is married to, talking about how the D is so good she can't leave. Like, how are you with someone like this and you're not even scared? Like, I get it in your mind, oh, he only hates the black people or the non-white people, but someone with this much hatred in their hearts, I don't even think anybody should think that they are safe or can be or would ever be safe with them. This person can turn on you. I don't understand people, especially women, who choose to be with such dangerous men with such dangerous ideologies. They can take this anger on you. It's just like little thing that can happen like this, and they will decide to channel whatever at you. Do you know how pathetic you have to be as an individual to make your entire life about hating a group of people, to make your entire life about preparing to get rid of this group of people, unalive, bring pain to this group of people that one did you absolutely nothing? Imagine carrying that around, that unwarranted hatred around in your heart for the rest of your life. Imagine how heavy your heart would be. And you did that to yourself. You are the one with hate in your heart. You are the one not even sleeping well at night. You are the one who cannot turn on your TV and even enjoy entertainment, enjoy TV, because you don't want to see those people on your TV, right? You be cussing and just be sad and miserable. You are the one who can't walk on the street without getting peace because you be coming by these people. You are the one who could have been having a nap, like resting, or I don't know, going to give that good deed to this woman of yours, this wife of yours, or maybe going to lick ice cream, have fun in Disneyland or something. So much you could have been doing to enjoy this short time you have on there. That's another thing. Our time here is very short. But instead of taking this free time of yours to go do something fun, you decide, I need to go into the woods to go practice for the day that is going to come, where I'm going to have my time to unalive and skin people. Do you know how pathetic you have to be? Like,
and then turns back and looks at me and gives me a really creepy look.
Me, I will run. If it's me, hey, my heel will be touching the back of my head.
His wife, mortified, had no idea what to say. She tried turning it into a joke.
She can't be serious. Like, wife, be so effing for real. You were mortified. What were you expecting? No, don't worry. Be around. Be around and be collecting good D, yeah? Because now D, now you can't collect for this life. Yes, you came to this life to collect D. Stay there and be collecting good D. Until one day he will decide to graduate from the animals and use you as a practice. Just so he really have it in. Just so he really knows that he can really do it. Yeah, stay around though. Stay around. Were, mumu.
Playing it off like, honey, what the fuck are you talking about? Stop saying stupid shit like that. You're so crazy. Blah, 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 blah. And the whole time I could see it in his face that he meant every word.
Of course, he meant every word out of the abundance of the heart. People know they carry talk for this life. People just don't say things. That's why I tell people, listen to things that people say. I think I've said it more on my TikTok than I've said it on here. Listen to the things people say and just don't listen to what they say. Listen to how they say it and their choice of words. It's very important. People would always tell on themselves. Everybody, each and every single freaking one of us. Some are more good and more calculating. I'll be calculative. It's just a matter of whether or not you are willing to actually listen to the things people are saying. And it's not just when it comes to do with racism. It's about everything. Whether you're a girl or a guy, listen to what they are saying. Pay attention to their actions. Because one way or another, they will tell you.
My ex's dad said the exact same thing to me 20 years prior. Now, racism is found all across the United States. There's no question, no doubt. But when you live and are surrounded within the hub of racism, as you are living in the South, in the deep South, then you are exposed to ideas and ideals and ideologies that are completely unexpected. You would have thought that they were no longer my client because of all of the weird shit that was happening and being said, but I thought I'd stick it out. I thought maybe, hell, it's probably a character flaw and he just really is that fucking weird.
No, we have got to stop making excuses for certain behavior. Again, I'm not saying this now only to racist behaviors. It's to every negative, bad behavior we see sometimes. We make excuses for them or try to say, oh, maybe they are not like this. Like, no. Because when you make excuses for these people and you refuse to accept them for what they are telling you they are, you will still be going back to them and spending time with them and welcoming them into your spaces, which is you putting yourself at risk. Can we be having survival instinct? Like, what has happened to the survival instinct that we millions of years ago developed during evolution? We are still evolving right now, right? When people tell you who they are, believe them and start acting accordingly. Because doing the opposite, sometimes not only are you going to be putting yourself at risk, right? You are going to be putting maybe even your family members and the community at risk as well.
But a few months later, with the explosion of Black Lives Matter during COVID and the death of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, who was gunned down literally 5 hours away from me, and my hyper involvement in activism, well, things took a turn for the worst. The wife ended the contract with the husband not there a few months later. It was a 3-month contract. It was nothing personal. She framed it very professionally and just said, hey, we're going to take it in-house. We appreciate all the help. I was a walking discomfort in that shop. We did not see eye to eye. What I came to realize after that was that you have two types of racists in this world. The first kind really doesn't know that they're being racist. These are the individuals that are just walking microaggressions, saying the most horrible shit and having no idea that it's problematic. And of course, none of that is actually surprising because we were all raised in a society where that behavior was unchecked until recently. And then you have your insidious racists, the ones who know they're fucking, the ones that know that they hate so much, the ones that know what they're doing and will gaslight you to no end, to be able to say, I was just messing around, man, don't be so sensitive. Ones who truly walk around, who smile at you, who laugh with you, who tell you jokes, who buys your food, who takes you shopping, ones who will invite you to the cookout or maybe to come over to watch the football game. Coworkers who literally look at you, send you the sweetest emails. sit with you at lunch at work, is your boss. They're your restaurant servers serving your food and your cashiers at the supermarket. It's these individuals that walk among us with this idea in the very back of their head, waiting for the day that they can take their guns and do what they do best. This is why they prioritize their guns over our own children. This is in America.
We live in a very scary world, guys. Like a very, very scary world. It's just the fact that we have to share a planet with these people. And no, I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about the ones that are like him, right? We have to share a planet with these people. Some people have to live on the same streets with them. Some people send their kids to the schools that they work at. Like, very dangerous world. And it's just very sad. Like, when I think about how insane it all is and how pointless it all is. They are not getting anything out of it, and it's so pointless. I would never understand it. Brothers and sisters, please be safe out there, for real. Please be safe out there. I'm personally not a fan of but since this is how it is, I gravely encourage y'all to strap up. They're strapping up, strap up as well. I saw a video some time back of one of them on TikTok showing their, I'm like, what? These people are preparing for something, and some of us are just out here like oblivious, living our best life, like not even thinking about or caring about whatever, like as we all should, right? But these people are preparing, so I'm like, prepare too. I beg, just get something, get some things. If not only one self you fit afford, just get it, because it just could come in handy. And if you have kids, make sure that your kids can get a hold of it, because that can be very dangerous, right? Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are, guys. I'll be catching you in the next one.